I want to talk about social media from a distance and social media from nearby. In the last couple of weeks, I've had many discussions, and I've been to conferences where they've been talking about this fact that we often, we take out our phone and we, instead of communicating with each other, we look at what other people might be telling us while we're in the company of people there. And how, hello cat. Little cat just so yesterday is an example. We had a company outing yesterday. We went and cooked a 4-course dinner. I was part of the second course team, and we did, I can hardly even explain what it was. Celestial something with a something on, and sauce and stuff. And I knew exactly how to do my part, but I have no idea how to do the entire thing because we were separated in different, parts of the actual dish. Never mind. After that, we sat in a bar for many hours. I was home at 2:30 on a weekday, and and you go into these really intense discussions with people, especially when they have a few to drink, and I drink nothing but ginger ale and water. But every now and then you kind of get into this it's like the conversation is over, something happens, maybe someone else comes in and they start talking, where you have the urge to just pull that phone up, and just looking at it. It's, in a way, the phone has kind of become the thing we needed back in the day when we felt like we were socially excluded, or we felt socially excluded, and we started reading on the backs of albums. Classic. But yes, the fact that people have the need. While we were cooking, people were checking their phones, and and some people were come on, be in the moment, be here. Let's do a great dish. Let's have them all applause later. Because we were 4 teams, and we each did a course, and then we served. So we made one portion of the entire meal for everybody. And I get that. And I also get that, in a way, I get both ways when it comes to, I want to document what's happening, not necessarily only because I want to share how cool this setting is and how much fun we're having, #social media now, but also the fact that I want to preserve it for myself. I want to be able to look back today, and after the 24 hours of the Instagram story has disappeared, I want to be able to look back and say, hey, we had a good time last night. So I get that. I absolutely get that. But when it goes over the top, when people do nothing but take pictures, and they're not in the moment, and I'm not blaming Isabel, our communications person, because that's her job to take the pictures. Sorry. But on the other hand, for me, social media has been obviously important in many aspects, but especially when it comes to the people that don't live here. People that don't live in Stockholm, or even nearby Stockholm, or even in Sweden. Those are the people that I have a really good friendship with because of social media. Many of them I met back in the day when we met through social media. We met because we were both, making YouTube videos, or we were both on Daily Booth. And somehow, even after many of them have stopped doing those things, the friendship kind of grew into something that's more real, where the social media aspect of it is actually just something that maintains it. It's not, we're not dependent on, within the friendship, that both of us are producing content, because that's not the essence of the friendship anymore. And thank goodness. Couldn't be happier. I saw Wicked last week for the 4th time. I quoted this part many times. There's a Lucy Spraggan song called Grown Up, and hopefully I get to see Lucy Spraggan next month, either in Oslo or Copenhagen. There's a Lucy Spraggan song called Grown Up, and there's a line in there. I can identify with pretty much every single line in that song, but that one line, I have less friends but more best friends, and they're scattered around the globe. And that for me is so true. I mean, I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me, but I don't have that many real close friends. Luckily, some of these are people I actually work with, so that's a treat because I get to see them a lot, even though a lot of the things we talk about is work, 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 work. So for me, you know, obviously with everything in life is about striking a balance. Where do I find the balance of what I document in my life and what I experience in my life? I often sit every year at the end of the year when I start making my annual compilation, and obviously then much of what I tell, the story I tell, is based on what I have documented. So I always try to find a decent balance, I guess, between what I experience and what I document. What do you guys think when I say these words? Are you on social media? Obviously you're watching this video, but that could also be just watching. That's like watching Netflix. I mean, Netflix is not a social media in that sense. How do you use social media? Which platforms are you on? Is it a communications device? Is it a way to tell people what you're doing? Is it a way for you to look back at what you have done? Or is it like the multiple things of these? Because obviously you can use social media in many different ways depending on who you're communicating with. I mean, some people in the old days, and I talk pre-internet and all the way hundreds of years back, some people were only friends through post, through letters they wrote. I mean, I have had a pen pal even as late as I think 2003 or something. And we had actually never met. We still haven't met, but that was how we communicated. And some people I have basically only text-based relationship with, and that could be because they live in another country, but also because we've never met, and that's just the way we function. So again, I'm really curious to hear your take on social media. I know it's a big topic, but it's an interesting one. It's something that I've been involved in both professionally and during my free time, but also academically in the past. So I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this. For me, I can still find a balance because the people that are closest to me can accept me for having that balance. But it's not something I will stop considering. Cat. Because it's important to be considerate, not just of others, but also how you feel and your well-being and your place in the world. Don't let what you put out into the universe be the only thing that defines you. Let everything that happens up here and in your heart and what you want and your dreams, let that be the road ahead on the yellow brick road, and let that be what you strive for, and then others can share in your dreams. Good talk.